you have to prepare. Okay, so in the previous classes, we have discussed certain things. First we know, and then we move forward. Okay, in previous classes, we have discussed uh, definition of economics. Okay, while discussing, we discussed a different aspect of economics. Then we discussed economics as positive and normative science. Positive and normative science. Then we discussed uh, whether economics as science or art. These things we discussed. And now we move on to discuss micro and macroeconomics. Okay, micro and macroeconomics. Okay, yesterday in the evening, I had circulated CBC curriculum of economics in your group. How many of you have seen that? Have you gone through? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
We must remain updated with what the CBC is planning. This year also, exam controller Mr. Sanyam Bhardwaj has said that they may reduce a certain portion from the syllabus of class 10th, 11th, and 12th. Okay, reason being this lockdown and other things. But what my opinion is, okay, that is for examination purpose. But for our study purpose, for the sake of the study, we must study each and every topic. If you don't study each and every topic, then what will happen? You will miss certain topics. There will be knowledge gap, and the further examinations which you are going to take on, like a CA Foundation, CS Foundation, or you are going to do BBA, MBA, there you will lack. That's why I'm of the opinion that, okay, let examiners seriously curtail certain syllabus, but we will go with complete syllabus, full syllabus. Okay? And one more thing, you may have seen the newspaper, very soon we will be face to face. Education Department is planning to open universities from 6th of July. And thereafter, I hope that by 15th of July, after 12th of July, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th will be open. And then we will be in face-to-face mode. Okay, that is better. Now, today we will discuss two things. One, we will discuss micro and macroeconomics, and other we will discuss, if time permits, economy. If time permits, we will discuss economy. So let's start with micro and macroeconomics. And children, one thing I must ask you to inform you all that if you at any point of time you feel, if at any point of time you feel that you have certain confusion, if you have any confusion in previous topics also, you must point out. You must point out if we keep continuing with the topics and you don't understand, it is not proper, it is not wise. So don't hesitate. We have sufficient time. Don't hesitate in asking, sir, I could not understand, number one. Number two, never feel that teacher will get agitated if you ask. No, I will not get agitated. So never feel embarrassed while asking question. When you asking question means you are learning. So never feel that what others will say to you. So don't feel like that. Okay. So let's start with micro and macroeconomics. Let me talk. Okay. First, microeconomics. Microeconomics. Okay. Students, this term micro meaning is here only in micro. Actually, this word micro is derived from micros, M-I-K-R-O-S, Latin word micros. Micros means small. Micros means small. Means microeconomics, chota economics. Microeconomics, chota economics. Before explaining it, I'm certain. Let's understand it with example. Suppose there is one student, one boy studying in class 11. What we refer? We call him by name. Suppose Harsh Kapoor is there. Okay, we call Harsh Kapoor, he is a student of class 11, 11D. Okay, but all the students of class 11D are together. Instead of referring them Harsh Kapoor, Aryan, Arya, individually, we say this is 11D, this is class 11. Okay, so a single flower we refer as flower. When many flowers are there, we refer as bunch of flowers. Okay, so in economics, suppose come to economics, you have to study about the income of one person. Suppose you are studying about the income of myself, your teacher's income, teacher, how much your teacher earns. Okay, so you are studying income and expenditure behavior of a single individual. आप क्या कर रहे हैं? आप अपने एक टीचर के इनकम एक्सपेंडिचर को स्टडी कर रहे हैं. Okay, so that is one study. But if you are asked that you study income and expenditure of all your teachers in school, so your study is larger than. So students of commerce of Gyan Niketan, they have been asked to study the income expenditure behavior of their teachers. But students of other school, X, Y, Z schools, they have been asked to study income expenditure behavior of their teachers. So, but if you need to study income and expenditure behavior of whole city Patna or whole country, there will be a difference in the approach of the study. Similarly, here it is. Okay, micro, like this, micro is derived from a small. Similarly, when we say macro, it is derived from the word macros. It is derived from the word macros, means large. Macros meaning large. Okay, micros meaning a small, macros meaning large. Okay, this is the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is the branch of economics in which we study economic variables in individuality. Microeconomics is the branch of economics in which we study economic variables in individuality. So first of all, I write definition. Here I'm writing microeconomics, and here I'm writing macro. I'm writing macroeconomics. Okay, if I segregate both of this like this with a line. Okay, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now, definition of microeconomics means it is the branch of economics. It is the branch of economics which study individual economic variables. Means microeconomics is a branch of economics which study individual economic variables. Now, what do we mean by individual? We have to wait because it is relative term. Okay, so microeconomics is the branch of economics which studies individual economic variables. Okay. Now again, here macroeconomics, as we say, macro is derived from the term macros. Macros means large. Okay. So macroeconomics is the branch of economics which studies, macroeconomics is the branch of economics which studies economic variables in aggregate or totality. Macroeconomics is the branch of economics which studies economic variables in aggregate or totality. So, when you are studying about one student of your class, that is the part of subject matter of microeconomics. But when you study whole class, then that is the subject matter of macroeconomics. Okay, what I said, this is a relative term. Okay, the one variable which is micro at a point of time may be macro at other point of time. For example, you have to study about your class only. So one student is micro and whole class is macro. If you have to study about senior secondary sections or sections, means one section of 11th and 12th, that is micro, and all sections together, that is macro. If you have to study about whole school, all students of your school, then one section of your school will be micro, because you have to study all the sections of a school. So one section of your school will be micro, and complete all the sections of a school will be macro. If you have to study all the schools in Patna, then your school will be micro and all the schools of Patna will be macro. So it is relative term, depends on your area of study. Okay, come to economics here now. What we say that microeconomics is the study of individual economic variables. Individual economic variables, for example, demand behavior of an individual. Demand behavior of an individual. This is the subject matter of microeconomics. Similarly, income of an individual. Income of an individual. This is the subject matter of microeconomics. Similarly, production behavior of a firm. This is subject matter of microeconomics. What we see, individual demand behavior of an individual, income of an individual, production behavior of a firm. Suppose telecom industry is there. Telecom industry is there. Major players are Airtel is there, Jio is there, BSNL is there, Voda is there. Now limited players are there. So in telecom totality they are defined as industry, but one firm is Airtel or Jio or Voda, whatever you say. Okay, so demand behavior of an individual, income of an individual, production behavior of a firm, these are subject matter of microeconomics. Here in macroeconomics, see demand behavior of an individual. But when you do aggregate demand, means demand in whole country, aggregate demand, demand of whole country, that is macro. That is macro. Individual income here was income of an individual. Here we talk of national income. Here we talk of national income. There we are talking of individual income. Here we are talking of national income. Similarly, production behavior of a firm. Production behavior of a firm. So that is micro. Now, production behavior of industry. Actually, many firms engaged in similar business, they are referred as industry. Okay, so production behavior of a firm is individual, whereas production behavior of industry, all the firms together, that is industry, is macroeconomics. Okay, so this is definition and example, micro and macro. Okay, now Aryan Raj, can you listen me? Aryan, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now बेटा बताओ मुझे दो बोलता हूँ, सप्लाई बिहेवियर ऑफ एयरटेल, ओके, एंड सप्लाई बिहेवियर ऑफ टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री. कौन माइक्रो का है, कौन मैक्रो का है?
सर जो सप्लाई ऑफ टेलीकॉम है वो मैक्रो का है और जो सप्लाई ऑफ एयरटेल वो माइक्रो का है.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good. So you learned what is micro and macro. Now, children, one thing I am telling you. एक चीज देखो, यहाँ पे आप छोटा मान लो कि आप अपने टीचर का स्टडी कर रहे हो कि सर क्या खर्च कर रहे हैं, क्या इनका आमदनी है, पता करो और देखो कैसे खर्च कर रहे हैं, इनका पूरा स्टडी करो बढ़िया से और देखो कि इनका इनकम बढ़ता है तो खर्च क्या होता है, सर इनके खर्चा पे घटता है इनकम तो इनके खर्चे पे क्या असर पड़ता है. तो इट विल बी कन्वीनियंट फॉर यू, आपके लिए थोड़ा आसान हो जाएगा इसको जानना पहचानना, क्योंकि मैं अकेला हूं, आप मेरे पीछे तो आदमी को लगा दोगे, देखो सर निकलते हैं, कहाँ कहाँ जाते हैं, कितना कितना खर्च करते हैं, देखो इनकी सैलरी कितनी है, कहाँ से इनकम इनको आता है. इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू ना, आसान होगा. आप स्टडी करना आप लोगों के लिए कठिन होगा, आसान होगा,
आसान होगा सर.
लेकिन सारे टीचर का बोला जाए एक साथ करो तो क्या फिर परेशानी बढ़ जाएगी ना, बढ़ जाएगी परेशानी. ओके, तो जहां पे आसान होगा कंट्रोल करना, वेयर देयर इट इज इजियर टू कंट्रोल थिंग्स, means you can control behavior, you can influence behavior, you can establish cause and effect relationship. जहां पे आप cause and effect relationship को establish कर सकते हो, जहां पे आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हो बिहेवियर को, वहां पे क्या है, यू कैन गो फॉर थ्योरी मेकिंग, आप प्रिंसिपल्स का डेवलप कर सकते हैं. सो माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में एज बिहेवियर्स कैन बी कंट्रोल्ड, एज बिहेवियर्स कैन बी कंट्रोल्ड, सो theories and principles are developed, क्योंकि बिहेवियर को कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है. दैट्स व्हाई थ्योरीज एंड प्रिंसिपल्स आर डेवलप्ड हियर. और यहाँ पे जो सिद्धांत बनाए जाते हैं, वैक्सीन को बनाना, जैसे वैक्सीन को बनाना, ट्रायल में स्टेज में जाना, ट्रायल में क्या होता है, कम बच्चे होते हैं. अभी एम्स में इन एम्स ट्रायल ऑन पर्सन्स बिलो 18, चिल्ड्रन बिलो 18 इज गोइंग ऑन, है ना. बच्चों में तो इम्यूनिटी आ गई है, 50% में ऑलरेडी इम्यूनिटी था. ओके, तो वो आसान है, 15 बच्चे को टीका दिया, 20 बच्चे को टीका दिया, 50 बच्चे को टीका दिया, डिफरेंट पूरे इंडिया में 2000 बच्चे को टीका दिया, उसको ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है, उसका डे टू डे आवर बाय आवर रिपोर्ट कलेक्ट किया जाता है. इट इज इजियर. तो वहां पे ये पता चलता है ये वैक्सीन क्या है, व्हाट आर द इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ दिस वैक्सीन, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स एंड व्हाट आर द डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ वैक्सीन. ये कंट्रोल कर लिया. वहां पे एक बच्चे को वैक्सीन लगाया, उसका स्टडी कर रहा है, 2 बच्चे को वैक्सीन लगाया, उसका स्टडी कर रहा है. ओके, लेकिन क्या हो रहा है, जहां पे पूरे कंट्री को वैक्सीन लग रहा है, वहां पे इसको कंट्रोल करना मुश्किल हो जाता है, वहां कंट्रोल नहीं किया जाता, वहां बस अप्लाई कर दिया जाता है. सो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, इन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स theories and principles are applied. So theories and principles are applied. So it is also known as applied economics. It is also known as applied economics. इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो तुम लोग, इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो. कभी कभी डिफरेंस ही पूछ देता है माइक्रो एंड मैक्रो में, ये ले सकते हो. ओके, नाउ मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स को जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, वन एग्जांपल आई एम गिविंग, यू विल स्टडी लेटर ऑन व्हाइल डिस्कसिंग कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर. वहां देखे हम लोग क्या कि लॉ ऑफ डिमांड सेज दैट इफ price increases, demand of a commodity concerned will decrease. अगर इस चॉक का प्राइस इंक्रीज कर जाएगा, इसका डिमांड थोड़ा डिक्रीज करेगा. If price of commodity decreases, then demand of the commodity concerned will increase. This is propounded by law of demand. Law of demand मार्शल ने दिया था, we will discuss later on. Okay, अब मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में जैसे अभी कोरोना काल है, आगे पढ़िएगा आप केन्सियन इकोनॉमिक्स जब पढ़ेंगे, क्लास 12 में पढ़ना पड़ेगा, 11th में नहीं. केन्सियन इकोनॉमिक्स, वहां सिंपल से बताता हूं. अभी कोरोना काल है, क्या हुआ, लोगों का इनकम कम हो गया, लोगों का इनकम कम हुआ तो वो खर्च कम कर दिए. मान लो कि कंट्री में एक ये चौक बनाने वाला ही है, बस एक ये चौक बनाने की फैक्ट्री है, उसी में लोग काम करते हैं, उसी का इनकम होता है. तो लोगों का इनकम कम हुआ, क्या हुआ, उनका इनकम कम होगा, वो खर्च कम कर देंगे. खर्च कम अगर होगा तो चौक का डिमांड क्या होगा, प्राइस ऑफ चौक विल कम डाउन. प्राइस ऑफ चौक विल कम डाउन, सॉरी डिमांड ऑफ चौक विल कम डाउन. क्यों कम होगा, क्योंकि लोगों का इनकम कम हो गया है. बिकॉज इनकम ऑफ पीपल डिक्रीज, दे आर स्पेंडिंग लेस. As they are spending less, so demand for this chalk will come down. Next time, producer of this chalk will produce less chalks. Producers of this chalk will produce less chalk. When they are producing less chalk, then they will require less resources. So they will remove some workers also from production, resources from production. Again, unemployment will be there. Again, there will be decrease in income. Again, income decreases, demand will come down. तो आपने जो 9-10 में पढ़ा था, vicious cycle of poverty, vicious cycle of poverty will operate. और क्या होगा, इकोनॉमी डिप्रेशनरी फेज में चली जाए. यहाँ पे अब जो डिमांड का लॉ है, लॉ ऑफ डिमांड, उसमें या इनकम और कंज्यूम पीपल के लोगों के डिमांड बिहेवियर में डिमांड फंक्शन जब पढ़ेंगे आप, तो पढ़ेंगे डिमांड ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल डिपेंड्स ऑन इनकम ऑफ इंडिविजुअल. इनकम बढ़ेगा तो डिमांड बढ़ेगा, इनकम घटेगा तो डिमांड घट जाएगा. दिस यू हैव डिस्कस्ड. इनकम घटेगा तो डिमांड घटेगा, इनकम बढ़ेगा तो डिमांड बढ़ेगा. अब रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, माइक्रो में बता दिया, माइक्रो में बताया कि इनकम बढ़ेगा, डिमांड बढ़ेगा, इनकम घटेगा, डिमांड घटेगा. अब रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया जब मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में जाएगी, उस थ्योरी को अप्लाई करेगी. अब देखेगी कि देयर इज डिक्रीज इन इनकम इन इकोनॉमी, दैट्स व्हाई डिमांड इज लेस इन इकोनॉमी फॉर वेरियस कमोडिटीज. सो इन मार्केट गुड्स आर नॉट बीइंग सोल्ड, लोग खरीद नहीं रहे हैं, पैसा उनके पास नहीं है. सो आरबीआई, व्हाट आरबीआई विल डू, RBI through its monetary policy will try to ensure that no one will try to ensure that there is increase in money supply in economy. They will ensure that there is increase in money supply in economy. Okay, so we have to see that here theories are developed, and here These theories are applied. These theories are applied, and that's why macroeconomics is also known as applied economics. Okay? Any doubt to anyone here? Please tell. Okay. So this is what about microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now we will discuss about economy, because we have to study economic system, and once we finish economic system, then we will move to some topics. Right now you must be feeling bored. That's the थोड़ी वाला part है, बहुत boring है. Economics is not boring subject. It is very interesting. Okay. So economy. Economy. What is this economy? Look, I am writing two words. Here is Indian economy, and I am writing India. I am writing Indian economy and India. What is difference between this? Indian economy and India? कोई बताओगे आप लोगों में से कि what is difference between India and Indian economy? बताइए. Anyone? Difference between India and Indian economy? Who will speak?
Sir, India is a country, and
Good.
Indian economy is a study about the Indians' income, investments, etc.
Huh? Good,
and earn
good.
of living.
Okay. You rightly said India is refers to country, and Indian economy means India is a broader term in comparison to Indian economy. अब देखो, आई एम नॉट गुड इन मैथ, मान लो कि ये इंडिया है. इफ दिस इज इंडिया, सो इंडिया का क्या है? Geographical aspect of India is there. Historical aspect of India is there. Social aspect of India is there. Cultural aspect of India is there. Okay. Economic aspect of India is there. Demography of India is there. So different aspects of India is there. Geographical aspect, historical aspect, social aspect, cultural aspect, economic aspect, demography is there. So together, these all are referred as India. Together, these all are referred as India. Okay. But if we take out this economic aspect, then we say Indian economy. If we have removed this economic aspect, then we talk of Indian economy. Okay, so India is a broader term as a country, and Indian economy is a narrow term. Okay, so what we have removed? Economy. We have removed economy. Okay, economic aspect. So when we have removed economic aspect, and we know what is economic aspect, means economic activities. Economic activities. Okay, now remember Marshall, जिन्होंने कहा था economics is the study of economic activities only. क्या कहा था मार्शल ने? Economics is the study of economic activities only. So economic activities. What are economic activities? All human activities which are performed to make direct earning. All human activities which are performed to make direct earning are referred as economic activities. So when we refer to Indian economy, so or economy, when we say, all economic activities being performed all economic activities being performed within a structured framework are referred as an economy. Okay, all economic activities being performed within a structured framework are collectively referred as an economy. Structured framework क्या हो गया? इंडिया का बाउंड्री, इंडिया का फ्रेमवर्क हो गया. ज्योग्राफिकल बाउंड्री आगे नेशनल में पढ़ोगे तुम लोग 12th में कि क्या होता है एक्चुअली में. सो स्ट्रक्चर्ड फ्रेमवर्क मतलब इंडिया के अंदर में all economic activities being performed in India, they are collectively referred as economy, Indian economy. Similarly, of USA, that will be referred as US economy. In Britain, it will be referred as British economy. Okay, so when we talk of economy and when we try to differentiate between economy and country is a broad term, whereas economy is a narrow term. Okay, so this is the difference between economy and country. And what do we mean by economy? All economic activities being performed within a structured framework are referred as an economy. Next class, we will discuss about different type of economies, their characteristics and their features. Children, time and again I say, please maintain your notes. That is important. If there is doubt is there, you ask. My WhatsApp number is with you all, and make use of that. Ask questions. You can ask. I will try my best to answer your individual questions. And in group, yesterday I had circulated your curriculum. You go through that. You read textbook. Make it a habit to read textbook. Without reading textbook, it is difficult. And very soon we will be in face-to-face mode also from this virtual mode. Anyway, daily I circulate a link of the class. I record the class and circulate the link. In case you miss anything, anyone miss anything due to network problem, they can go through and they can. Okay, so thanks for good day. Have good day. Thank you for attending the class.